All right, in today's video, as you can see behind me, I'm in an apartment complex condo situation. And in today's video, I want to show you guys how you can get around water restrictions if you're not allowed to use water in a pressure washer at your location, how to get your vehicle cleaned up using a rinseless wash. I'm going to show you my process. This is actually a client of mine. I usually come and pick this vehicle up and take it back to my shop. However, we just did a complete detail on it. So I was going to come here. Again, water restrictions are a little bit tricky here. And also, as you can see outside, the weather is not great. So we do have some weather today. I don't want to be working outside with it. So we're going to wash this thing in the garage. This would work in a car park, anything like that, or inside a garage, whatever you need. So here we go. All right, guys, so here is the vehicle in question. Again, I apologize if the audio is not great. Obviously, we're in a little bit of a garage here, some echo going on, and I'm just filming on my phone here. But I just want to give you a brief walk around and show you guys the vehicle, the dirt buildup on it, all that kind of stuff. Now, obviously, like, not ideal, right? Not ideal at all. We're in a pretty tight garage here, but again, it's raining outside, so there's not a lot I can do. We're just gonna work the way we can as mobile detailers, guys. We gotta really get after, and we're working for the client here, right? We're trying to make their life as easy as possible. And so that's what we're gonna be doing here. All right, guys, so here's my basic setup for today. I've got some rinseless added into this little keg sprayer here. So we're gonna go ahead and apply that to the vehicle, let that dwell. Then I also have my wash bucket here with some towels in it with some rinseless in there as well. So we're just gonna go ahead and cover the vehicle with the rinseless wash. Then we will let that dwell. Then we'll come back with the towels, wipe it out, and then we can dry it off, get going, and work on the interior.
All right, guys, now, as I said, for the initial application of this, I'm spraying on the rinseless. I want that to be able to sit on the surface, dwell on there a little bit, and encapsulate the dirt. That's why it keeps everything nice and safe. I am using a keg sprayer in this case. I like it. It's like 5 gallons capacity, gives a nice consistent spray pattern. The one I'm using is actually battery powered, and they're quite expensive, but you can use something as simple as a garden sprayer for this. So I'm gonna link a couple of those down in the description for you guys so you can check that out. All right, guys, so now it's time to go ahead and do the contact and actually remove the dirt off of the vehicle. Now, a lot of people like to use those foam blocks that are specifically designed for the rinseless products. I just use microfiber towels. Like I said, I have a couple of them in the bucket. This allows me to never reintroduce the contaminated towel after. I'm able to just throw that one to the side and then go to a brand new towel. Now, another reason I like to use the towels is because I can continually flip the towel and move on to a nice clean surface. So I get basically 1, 2, 3, 4, and then flip the towel inside out, 6, 7, 8. I think what is that? 8 surfaces, something like that. But you get a ton of work out of one towel. So that's my preferred method, but the sponges work great as well. It's just, for me, that's where I like to go.
All right, guys, so I got a couple of saturated towels now. Because I've been in control of the environment on this vehicle, normally, if I was doing this on a hotter day, again, it's partly rainy today, so it's nice and cool out. But normally I would kind of work panel by panel and dry as I need to. In this case though, I just went around the whole thing. Now I'm gonna take my drying towel and mop all this up, get it all good, and then I'll do my final wipe down again with my hot coat product, my ceramic quick detailer, add some more protection, pick up anything that I missed, get it all perfect. Now, I still have some other towels in the bucket as well. I have not touched the wheels yet. I'm gonna let those be. I'm gonna let those sit for a little bit longer just because that's typically the most contaminated area. But I've got this is actually the Diva drying towel from the House of Rags. Great towel. Got a nice little edge seam on it. They have this one and then also the Goat drying towel, the greatest of all towels. I think that's what it's called. I like them both. Personally, I probably lean to the Goat a little bit more. Just it's really, really plush, but in these rinseless situations, I like this one. Just kind of gives me a good all-around towel that works really well to dry everything up quickly and get a good result. All right, now again, guys, look, I'm in a pretty tight situation here, right? It's gonna be harder to get in the interior as well with these doors, just because we're in a tight garage, like I said. But again, this situation works for any apartment dwelling tight garage like this. This is more of a townhome situation actually, but it's a new development. I don't know if you guys can see outside. They're still working on the whole complex. And so water usage, spraying the car outside isn't really a viable option in this case. So this is what we're doing. Now, typically I will say when this car needs more work, typically what I do for this client now is I actually come out, park a vehicle here in the garage, take this back to my shop, get it all dialed in, and then swap it back and forth. But in this case, again, it's raining outside today, so I didn't want to get it all dialed in and then drive it back and get it all dirty. So this is the best situation. All right, guys, so I've got the vehicle all cleaned and dried up now. Again, like I said, the wheels are still dwelling with the rinseless. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some gloves on now. I'm gonna go ahead and address those, get those dried off, and then apply my tire dressing so the wheels are all taken care of. So for this process, I have the wheel here right in front of me, right? I still have my bucket with the Rinseless Wash and some towels, and then I have a bunch of just dry towels. These are nothing crazy. These are Kirkland towels here, guys, nothing crazy. But we're gonna go ahead and pull one out of the bucket. I'm gonna squeeze it out. We don't need it that saturated. All right, so it's still moist, but we're not overly wet here. So then I'm just gonna go ahead and work the area of the wheel. Again, Rinseless has been sitting on this, so it's helped to kind of break everything down, loosen it up. Now, typically, guys, again, I am a pressure washer, foam cannon, normal kind of car wash guy, but this is the perfect situation for me on a work day where I can kind of show you guys where I utilize a Rinseless and how it is a vital component of the car detail industry, especially when I'm at a pinch like today. So, but basically, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and go around. I mean, that's pretty nasty. So flip the towel again, keep a nice clean surface as always. Okay, get that all good. I'm gonna switch over, toss this to the side, switch to a dry towel and start buffing it out to a nice perfect shine. Now, to me, some people will say Rinseless is faster because you don't have as much cleaning up to do, I guess, really, of drying panels and things like that. Like right now, I'm not gonna get any drips in the mirrors. It's not that saturated. However, when it comes to doing things like this, for me, this obviously takes a lot more time. So, you know, whatever. If you prefer to use the Rinseless for all your stuff because you think it's faster, that's awesome. For me personally, just my process that I've worked with forever and I've gotten most efficient with is foam cannon, pressure washer, the whole 9 yards. So, but whatever works for you, and I'm happy for you guys. And yeah, whatever gets the job done, that's what matters. Okay, now the face of the wheel is all done. I'm gonna take this towel that is dirty and I'm just gonna wipe the rest of the tire itself now. Okay, look at that gunk. So we're just gonna go and wipe that so that it's nice and dry so I can apply my tire dressing. All right, so I've got some tire dressing here. This is something that I've been working on, testing out. I really like it. So now kind of in the final stages of what I'm developing with this thing. So now I'm gonna apply it to this tire, let this customer know that I used something new on it, and let me know what you think so I can really finalize and get this all dialed in. Using an Auto Fiber Tire Saver applicator, just gonna go ahead and spray it right into the pad. Okay, and then go ahead and apply it. And there we go. All right, guys, so the wheels are all done, right? The vehicle's all done. I mean, the exterior wise. Still have to do the windows. So I have one of the towels that was in my Rinseless bucket. Just rinse that out or squeeze it out. And I'm actually gonna use that. Typically, I just use water on my windows, but since this is already saturated, Rinseless isn't gonna do any harm. It's only gonna help. So we're gonna use that, followed up by a dry towel, get that all squared away. I already did do a quick vacuum as well. Now, I am lucky in the sense that it is not currently raining outside. So I will be pulling this thing out at the very end to get an idea, a true idea out in the direct sunlight. Make sure I didn't miss anything, make sure it's all good, especially on the windows. You don't want to leave any streaks behind. So we're gonna be doing that. And then last but not least, if you look on the floor, right, some wetness from the Rinseless. Very important, guys. Always mop this up for your clients. You don't want them coming out and slipping on it. So always mop that up, always leave the area better than when you came. All right, guys, so as you can see, there's some marks here, but that's just residual. But I just went ahead and cleaned up the whole floor. Went ahead and pulled the car out just to do a final wipe down on it. Just make sure everything's good. Gonna go ahead and pull it back in and we are out of here. All right, guys, so we are all set. I actually just pulled the car out. Went over it really quickly with Quiver Hot Coat. Again, pick up any residual, make sure everything's looking perfect. Make sure we got no drips, add a little bit of protection. It is all good to go. As it was out, I did clean up the floor as well. As you can see, it's all dry now and nice and clean. So we are all set. All right, guys, so there you have it. Hopefully that video helps you. Again, in two situations, right? If you live in an apartment complex or something like that, you're limited on the water usage that you can have. Rinseless is a great way to go. And if you're a professional detailer, mobile detailer, don't let a little bit of weather stop you. You can still get the job done in certain situations, obviously, and according to the client's needs. So that's it for today's video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please make sure to like the video, make sure you subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and we'll see you on the next one.